What is up, Marshmallow Echo, Greed Echo here. So today I'm gonna teach you guys 5 tips on exactly how to aim like the #1 ranked player in COD Mobile coming up. Let's get started. So the first pro tip I can provide to you guys is that make sure to check on your settings and find the exact settings that suits you the most. So what I meant by that is that make sure to customize your own layout. So when I press the custom layout button, you can go into the exact controls, every single one inside this image that as you can see here. So as you can see here, we have the running button and the long sprint button and also the left right trigger aiming button, and you can just customize it yourself. For me, this is my customization, and hopefully you guys can find your own one to have a better aiming at your daily game plays. So let's move on to the second tip of this video. So the second tip here is to use the practice mode versus bots, because it's a very good way at learning how to eliminate the players that are not so good at shooting and stuff like that, are not so good at their skills. So you can also practice your sensitivity a little bit better at your practice mode here. So as you can see here, you need to aim at them accurately, and you improve throughout your first week playing this game. But throughout this first week, if you keep playing AI robots, you obviously get bored, but once you guys find a way through, you guys can get a little bit better, or even a lot better in your aiming style and also the way you play in your daily games. So without further ado, let's move on to our third tip of the video. Okay, so we are now moving slowly to the middle of the match. So basically, the third tip to aiming better in Call of Duty Mobile is to learn how to control a recoil of your weapon. So now, basically, I'm holding a Zombie Gene gun, and actually this skin is actually Desert Snake. So this gun is actually quite stable for me, so I don't really need to worry about the recoil of the gun. So by learning how to control the recoil of your own weapons, your own favorite weapons, you can try to aim for the walls and try to control the recoil during the pre-match period. So you can also identify your gun, whether is it a vertical recoil or a horizontal recoil. So you can, as you can see here, Desert Snake is really a stable gun. I also recommend you guys, if you don't want to worry about the recoil problem, you can also try on this gun. And this gun actually is a vertical recoil. As you can see here, if I didn't even control the gun, it would just went straight up to the wall. So basically, as you can see, I have the Zombie Gym, which is, as I said, a really stable gun. Obviously, the more you practice, the better you'll get on controlling the recoil of each weapon. I would definitely recommend this to every single weapon that you are using in the game. And with that being said, let's get to the fourth tip. So we are now slowly moving to the fourth tip. So the fourth tip here is of course the HUD layer. As you guys can see, this is my HUD layer. It is obviously transparent right now because my opacity is down to 10%. The reason I do that is just to make the mobile content easier for you guys to watch. And HUD is absolutely and definitely crucial for finding out what works for you inside this game. So example like iPad HUDs, iPhone HUDs, Android HUDs, tablet HUDs, the whole 9 HUDs will all be different depending on your personal preference. So for me, I use a phone to record my daily videos, so basically I customize it to mostly all the buttons to be 10% in opacity, but I don't know for you guys, so make sure to obviously maybe copy someone else's HUD that's really good at the game and adapt to it. And if you're lazy just like me, you could just make your own HUD and go from there. And make sure to really put some time and effort into your HUD layout. And let's get into tip number 5. It also happens to be one of the most important tips for aiming inside of Call of Duty Mobile. So without further ado, let's go! So guys, the fifth and last tip here is actually common sense for pro players, but for casual players, it's not they have no idea what that means. So basically, what is the fifth and last tip here is basically pre-aiming. So as you can see here, when I slide and aim for enemies, it actually saves a lot of time here. Slide and aim. And as you can see here, I'm faster than enemies a few milliseconds ahead. So as you can see here, I can just, example, if I know an enemy is here, I'm gonna slide and I'm gonna aim at them before they even aim at us. So it's actually a really good way and the most important way to actually eliminate your enemies before they does. So this actually also makes your aiming better. As you can see here, I can just kill them freely and you actually save up a lot of time here, and you don't really need to waste a lot of time looking up and down and also know where your enemy is. So basically, I hope this tip really helps you guys, and it's also one of the most important tip here. So hopefully you guys like it, and make sure to smash the like button if you like what I'm doing here, and also make sure to press the subscribe button for future content like this, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.